Welcome back to the finale of What If Ahsoka Died on Mortis. Thank you for your support on the other parts of this video. To recap what happened in those if you haven't seen them, the death of Ahsoka had driven Anakin to leave Coruscant and return to Tatooine, but he had not been able to resist the war and liberated the slavery on his home planet before going back to the Jedi Temple. Now we pick up the story as Anakin and Obi-Wan have been deployed to investigate a mysterious signal on the planet of Obadiah and face the infamous cyborg General Grievous. Anakin felt no fear at seeing Grievous for the first time and reached out with his hand to crush the cyborg's chest, and he retreated back to the mountains to report back to Dooku as the Jedi battled through the droid army. Grievous found his way back into his starship and to Dooku's palace, kneeling to his master, and the Sith was disappointed, remarking that they would be easy prey for Sidious. The Kalish Jedi killer coughed and spluttered as he recalled the power of Anakin and revealed the damage caused. The chest of Grievous was still sizzling with fire, and Dooku summoned a group of B-1 firefighter battle droids to put out the fire, then ordered him to join him to defeat the Sith Lord. Back on Obadiah, the Jedi had just completed their battle over the droids, as Obi-Wan was astonished by Anakin's increased abilities. The Jedi Knight sensed something amiss from the Pike Syndicate and leapt away to safety alongside his master to Coruscant. Anakin's assumptions had been correct, as the Pikes have recently been in contact with the revived Zabrak Maul and his brother Savado Press, and they shared what they had learned from Grievous and the Jedi. Maul felt the move by the Separatists to be curious and appeared to have no real objective, but the Pikes pointed out that they still held the prisoner of Silman, who was the last remnants of the creation of Dooku's secret clone army. Maul knew that Sidious had woven the plan to defeat the Jedi without him, and he needed the help of Talzin and the Night Sisters if they were to pounce on this opportunity. The two Zabraks returned to their home planet and recruited the spiritual leader and her warriors, as she had her own revenge for the betrayal of Ventress by Dooku. Travelling to Coruscant in the crates aboard a freighter, the Night Sisters enabled their cloak of invisibility, and just as they're done with Dooku, they approached the window of the Chancellor's office. The Night Sisters cut through the panes as the Chancellor was on the other side of the office, and fired a dart at Palpatine, but the Sith Lord casually pulled Masamida to block the path of the attack, then used a lightning strike to blast them all out. On the ground, Anakin and Obi-Wan had just returned from their mission to Obadiah when they saw a blinding light from the Senate building. Immediately, they receive a transmission from Grandmaster Yoda, who orders them to go to the Chancellor's office and retrieve the injured Masamida. The Jedi take an airspeeder to the office, with Anakin scared that Palpatine could have also been wounded, but as they approach the base of the building, they sense a darkness, and Obi-Wan turns around in time to face his old adversary Maul. The Zabrak and his brother sought to kill the Jedi Master, but Anakin used his new abilities to push them into the arms of a group of patrolling clone troopers. From their side, Anakin detects the presence of the Night Sisters, lifting them all by the throat and asking them what they were doing on the floor. The voice of Talzin breaks his hold as the leader of the clan deems Palpatine to be the real enemy on the visions of Maul. The Jedi turn to the recovering Zabrak, and he looks at them with intense hate, but his first priority had been to defeat the Sith. The skies of Coruscant are suddenly filled with the shadows of separatist ships, and the Jedi decide to run to the temple and find their allies. The present council members take gunships to the office, and there they see Maul, Savage and the already injured Sidious on the floor. The true identity of Palpatine had been revealed, and the Sith Lord beckoned Anakin to strike down Dooku and take his place at his side, then learn from his vast knowledge. Anakin had no hesitation in fighting Dooku, as Talzin continued her fight on Sidious, holding each other back in a force battle. As Anakin decapitated Dooku, he looked at the intense duel and let out a massive burst of force energy, and everyone around the room fell to the ground. Anakin later awoke to a strange itch across his face, but as he moved to get rid of it, he discovered that it was the convoy of the daughter Morai. The room had been cleared by now, and the bodies of Palpatine and Talzin had faded into the Force, so Anakin realised that he had fulfilled his destiny as the Chosen One, but nothing could ever bring Ahsoka back into his life. That is it for What If Ahsoka Died on Mortis. If you enjoyed this What If, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel, and help us reach 15,000 subscribers, as well as on my other channel What If Films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.